Well, we met at a karaoke bar in Bellevue, Washington. My roommate and her roommate were having this joint birthday party. I think it was their 21st birthday.
That's when my sister introduced me to Cody. Was I there?
Yes.
She was definitely there.
She was there.
Yeah.
She introduced me to Cody.
Yeah.
I introduced them? What? When my sister first introduced me to Cody, in my head I was like, oh, this guy's really cute. But then I didn't think anything of it.
That night, I remember, I think that was the most I've ever drank in my entire life.
I looked over to my left side and there was Cody. I didn't know he was drunk. I thought he was just like sleeping. So I was like, what is this guy doing? Apparently he had like 3 drinks or whatever. And I don't know, he had the tit? I don't know what it's called. What the heck is it called? I need his something iced tea. Tall ice, no.
Tokyo iced tea tit.
I only remember Cody drinking like Heinekens in college.
Yeah.
I do only drink beer. I think that was the only time that I actually drank something other than beer.
It must have been a crazy night.
After that, we all left, and then Cody went home, and then we actually went to like an after party. And that's where I got a little bit drunk and I was telling Cindy how cute Cody was. She was like, you're weird. Yeah.
I mean, that sounds like something I'd say.
Yeah, that sounds like something you would say.
I think the next time that we saw each other was at, I guess, a party at her place.
That's when I got drunk and Cody was there.
And I remember she was like sitting on the floor in the kitchen.
And they were sitting next to each other and they were real close next to each other, but
never even noticed.
She was just kind of laughing at everything and she was apologizing for everything. She kept saying, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry.
I didn't know what she was apologizing for.
For Cody's goodbye, we had Chipotle. So that was where the last time I saw him before he went back to Hawaii for the summer. He didn't even say bye to me that day.
I don't like to say goodbye. I kind of just like to just go off into the wind. And so I didn't say goodbye to her or anything. I kind of just ran back to my place and didn't say anything to anybody.
I was mad.
Yeah, I'm not too surprised that she noticed it. But yeah, at the time I was just like, eh.
When he left, Cindy wrote on his Facebook wall, she was like, goodbye, Cody. And then she tagged my name in her message. And so then he added me as a friend from there and then messaged me and gave me his number. So then we were texting all summer. And then we met up in Hawaii when I went with my friend. So that was like our first date.
I think I went to go pick her up and then we went to Diamond Head.
We hung out one more time. He took me to the Makapu Tide pools.
I was waiting in the parking lot. She comes out in this dress and slippers.
He was like, go change. And I was like, no.
I don't know how many times I told her, maybe like 3 or 4 times, you should change.
I said, no, I'm gonna just go in my dress and slippers.
I was thinking, oh, it's kind of stubborn.
Little did I know we had to like walk up the trail to the whale sign and then go down the cliff and in my dress and slippers. But it turned out to be a really cool date. He was still flying back to Washington that year to finish up his last year at UW.
I was in the same building as her, and so we were kind of hanging out more and more.
So we used to go down and watch like Glee with our roommates and play Mario Party. And I didn't ask him until like later, like if we were actually dating.
She had been kind of, you know, hinting at it for I don't know how many weeks before that.
I was just in his room and I was like, so like what are we doing?
And so I kind of just asked her, you know, why don't we just be boyfriend and girlfriend already?
they get along with each other and they both team up and gang up on me and make fun of me. So they're like a perfect duo.
I think it was a surprise to us all when we first met, met Lucy.
We went up to the graduation and then this girl comes up. He never introduced, she had to introduce herself.
Yeah, that sounds like me, honestly.
We were kind of like, well, who's that, right? We don't even know who that is. We had set up a dinner like a graduation dinner for Cody, his, us, and his 2 roommates. So,
You should invite her
yeah,
to
so
dinner
afterwards
too,
we were
right?
like, we're talking, I guess we should invite her because, so we thought, it was that day we told Cody go invite her.
Did Cody introduce her as this is my girlfriend? No. So still didn't really know that that they were dating, right? So I guess the only way that I could tell was at the dinner. I guess like I could actually see them holding hands.
I didn't see that.
I didn't see that. Really?
That's really weird.
That week he had graduated, she was always around and she was helping us pack up and everything. And so then we kind of figured it out, right?
I had asked him at one point, is she the one? And he said, yes.
You didn't tell me.
I asked him.
You didn't tell me that.
I knew when I wanted to propose because I knew that we were going to be in Seattle for Thanksgiving, and I knew I wanted to do it while we were on that trip because we were living here at that point, and I wanted it to be a special thing for her and her family.
We were just hanging out. We went to the outlet mall and the casino. And then Cody, like throughout the day, kept asking me, like, can we go to somewhere nice with a view? And I was like, why? Like, we don't do that stuff. We don't, I don't know.
I had no idea what I wanted to do. This was not a planned out thing.
I was thinking to myself, like, why does he keep wanting to go? But I was like, oh, maybe it's because when we're in Seattle and he just misses it.
And I asked her, why don't we go to someplace romantic? Which is not something I would ever generally say.
So it was around 8 o'clock. We drove to Gasworks. We were walking up the hill, and then I was taking pictures.
I was really nervous, and because I wanted to do it kind of pretty quickly after we got to the top of the hill because I didn't want anybody else coming up. But we ended up kind of just staying up there, and it kind of got to the point where it was like a little awkward because we'd been up there for so long, just looking around.
And then he like tapped my shoulder, and that's when he proposed.
I think she was kind of confused because she was like squinting at me, and she was like, what is that? And I think it took you like 5 seconds to actually answer.
Oh.
So I was kind of just like there, like waiting for your answer.
Sorry.
She's definitely made me a better person.
He's kind of like shy and quiet like me, but when we're together, we're talkative.
I think that she's kind of brought Cody out of his shell. Growing up, he never really ate sushi. But Lucy loves sushi, so so like he eats sushi all the time now.
My daughter have a good husband, so we feel very happy. Yeah.
As they get older, just kind of remembering like that you fell in love with this person, and just I don't know. I think love is like a beautiful thing, and just kind of remembering that.
Lucy's she's not high maintenance, so it's really easy to keep her happy. Just feed her sushi, take her on hikes.
We hope for they have a good life, they have a good family, and we're waiting for grandchildren.
I love babies.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, they're gonna have such cute babies.
Yeah, we always talk
But
about like
get going, guys.
I wish them a long and happy marriage, and I hope that that they can continue to build off of everything that they've had up to this point.
I love both of you, and I love both of you for each other.
In the end, gotta find the right one. If you find the right one, then the rest takes care of itself.
She's the only one really in the world that knows my thoughts on everything.
I just know that he's like the one person that I want to be with.
One time I remember we saw like this old couple coming down one of the hikes in Washington, and we were like, that's gonna be us one day.